Right, hello people of YouTube. So I thought I'd just do a quick studio update for anybody who's interested. I know a few people like to know how my stuff changes, because it does change quite a lot. But if you look at the setup now, it's changed loads. Not through my choice, but because my studio got broken into a few weeks ago. I've just leaving to go on a holiday and I noticed the studio doors open, and yeah, the place had kind of been partly trashed, and some synths had gone and a load of bags with stuff in. So yeah, fortunately I'm insured, so I put an insurance claim in and got that settled. So one of the synths that went was the System 1. I've always fancied a System 8. So I kind of thought, okay, with that insurance money, let's upgrade. It's quite a difference in price, but so hence we got the System 8. I will probably do a few videos on this because I know the analog people out there are going to say, oh, it's not analog. I don't care. I've got analog gear. This thing is amazing, right? It is absolutely brilliant, and I'm using it to control the modular quite a lot. I'm using a CV gate, a CV MIDI to CV interface on here, but it does do CV gate out as well, so I can do it either way. I've just got it midied up at the moment because it means I can sequence from the Electribe as well. So all I thought I'd do in this video, I'm just going to quickly talk through the gear, and then I'll probably do a follow-up video just talking about all the MIDI connections again, because I have done those in the past, but it has changed a little bit as well because of the break-in and stuff going. So, quick tour of the gear. We've got the mini log, which has been there a long time. We've got the TR8, which is kind of like my master clock, so when I press play on here, everything starts playing, okay, in a random fashion. Moving along here, so this little section down here is actually my live rig, so if I go out and play live, I just take this section here. Again, there's loads of videos on my channel. You probably can't see me, but hello. There's loads of channels on, no, not loads of channels on my video. There's loads of videos on my channel, well, I'll say loads, 3 or 4, about all my live setup and how I kind of perform live. But this is kind of, it's incorporated into the studio as well as for going out live. So for live and in the studio, obviously, we've got the TB03, which is kind of like the main thing of my sound, all the acid stuff. We've got the Novation launch control. And we've got down here, I hope you can see that, we've got the Launchpad Mini, because I use the Novation Launchpad app on the iPad quite a lot when I'm playing live. So the iPad and those two are mostly for live. The mixer's got a little bit of routing going through as well. Again, I'll go through this in another video. So coming down here, we've got Electribe 2, which again is kind of like the central bit of the studio when I'm writing, because I'll sequence most of the stuff off there. The way I've got it set up is all of this stuff can be sequenced from here. Again, if you check on my channel, there is a video about that. I'll try and put links into these in the description if I can, but I will probably do an updated one on that as well. So if we've got an iPad, mostly that's just used for live stuff because I have loops and stuff on there. Coming down here, we've got Micro Brute. Coming back across, obviously, got the System 8 that we've already mentioned. Which sounds lovely. It's got some awesome sounds in it, split keyboards and all sorts. It's awesome. So we've got the modular system over here. Again, I've got a whole series on my channel all about the modular and how I've connected all this together. Like I say, that is being controlled. I can sequence it from the Electribe. I can also sequence it from the System 8 as well, because I've got it on the internal input thing on here. So if I go on performance and just turn off the parts of the internal synth, okay, it's actually just, I've got it on the upper keyboard because you can assign different MIDI channels to different sections of the keyboard. So my modular is on MIDI channel 6, so up from here onwards is MIDI channel 6, and this is on a different MIDI channel, which is very cool. So okay, so I'm using that with the modular. Down here we've got the MX1, which is obviously my mixer. So everything's kind of routed in through here. And then we've got the little MB33 analog like TB303 emulation thingy here, and distortion pedal, but that goes through with that. Unfortunately, yeah, the system one's gone, that got nicked. The TB3's got nicked, which I was quite gutted about because that's brilliant for sequencing this, so I may have to replace that. Then there's a couple of bits off camera you can't see. So over there we've got a couple of Volcas. We've got the Volca bass and the Volca keys. And then coming over here, another new acquisition. We've got an MS-20 Mini. This is a synth I've always wanted. I don't know why, it's just one of those synths I've always wanted. So yeah, we've got an MS-20 Mini. And then down here, this is like a really old Yamaha like keyboard thing, but it's actually quite nice for piano sounds. I don't really use it very often. And then we've got a load of pop vinyls underneath there. Most of them from Blade Runner, best film ever made. The new Blade Runner. Well, they're both brilliant, but they're from the new Blade Runner. And we've got Mr. Robot down there, and then we've got drum pads, the old SB-DS drum pad thing down here, and a microphone. Very exciting. So yeah. So that's the setup as it is at the moment, with a few new additions. I don't think I'm going to add anything else, I've said that before. One thing I do still want is a Moog or a Moog. I've always called it Moog, so I'm going to call it Moog anyway. So there might be a sub 30 or a sub 37 appearing at some stage. Then I'm done, I promise. I'm not going to change it again. I'm not going to buy anything else. I'm done. But anyway, so that's just like a quick tour of the gear. So we'll call this part 1. I think what I'll do in part 2 is I'll just kind of talk through the audio routing, and then in part 3 I'll do the MIDI routing. Okay, so I'll see you in those parts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.